It's Ramsey Dewey over here at the Animal MMA Gym in Shanghai, China, and Tian and I are going to demonstrate some submissions that you can pull off from some bad positions. That being said, this is not your plan A, guys. This is not your plan A. Okay, Tian is in full mount. I'm gonna break his posture down. I'm gonna bring an arm up over here. I'm gonna bring a fist into his neck. I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna Ezekiel choke him. So let's break that down a little. I'm making a fist and pushing it into his carotid artery. I don't know if you can see this. Well, we'll have to stand up. But this arm comes around here. I'm tying a knot right there and I'm squeezing. All right? It's not an easy submission to pull off. I've seen it once in the UFC. Here, stand up for a second. So one arm comes around his head. So basically this one is cutting off one side. This fist is going to end up right here. I'm going to hook this hand over the top of my wrist, and then I'm going to squeeze to get that compression. Okay, sometimes that can turn into a nasty jaw crank, but again, one more time. Fist in the side, I'm over here, grab this, and I squeeze very tight. Okay, one more time for pull mount. Again, I need his posture broken down. I need both arms over the top. And squeeze. So Ezekiel choke from the bottom. Not super high percentage, but it is a possibility. The next few are from side control. So sometimes, you know the Americana, Tian, like trap this arm? Right. So I'm going to bring my hands up here in an attempt to catch his arm in the Americana. And I can get a reversal right into the submission here. So let's do that again. So I'm going to keep my hands up here, keep this frame, which even if you don't get the Americana from the bottom, is still a good idea because here, put weight on me, put pressure on me, because it's going to keep the pressure off of me. Now, if I don't have these frames, he's going to start squishing me and he's crushing your midsection and you have fewer options. And now you have to pummel. But if I bring my arms in here, right, now I've got a chance not just to catch this position. I don't know if you saw what I did. Grab his wrist, or sometimes he grabs yours, and I weave this under exactly the same move as the top. Pinch my elbows in. Sometimes they'll tap from the bottom. Sometimes we'll turn it into a reversal. And let's do that on the other side. Sit down, right here, grab it, and rotate. And there we go. This next one is a Kimura from the bottom. So I'm going to bring my hands like this and make a frame under his armpit. So he's past my guard. So very quickly I bridge up here. And I'm not using pushing strength, I'm making a frame. So put weight on me, put pressure, right? Separating this arm from the body so that I can lock up the Kimura grip. Once I have that, I can start applying pressure. He might tap or he might roll. Can you roll, Tian? And then I can roll on top and finish the Kimura here. Okay, let's do that again. So again, he passes my guard. I make this frame under the armpit, slide this one down to the wrist, grab the Kimura grip, the hammer lock, the double wrist lock, whatever you want to call that, and then we'll go straight into the arm lock right there. Here, one last time. Now, I can't stress again, none of this is high percentage stuff, but you're better off knowing it than not knowing it, if for no other reason, so you don't get embarrassed by the bottom guy catching you in a highlight reel submission at your expense. This next one is also from side control. It's a, what do we call that? A triangle choke. And there are a few ways to do it. Okay, I can start the same way as the Kimura, but he's probably gonna hunker back over here and try to get weight on me. So you notice I'm lifting my hips because I want to get this arm trapped. So Tian, if this arm comes down to the ground, great. I can bring this up and over here and catch him in a triangle choke there. But this is one of those submissions where it's really more dependent on the other guy making a mistake than you doing something right. Because if you're on the bottom, especially right here, you've made a lot of mistakes. You haven't done anything right up to this point. So chances are this guy on top is a better grappler than you. I remember, who was it? Henry Gracie tried to do this against Josh Barnett when they grappled, and it didn't work out in his favor. But it is a possibility. I have caught people with this. I remember once there was this kind of snooty purple belt from another gym, came into my gym, and we were grappling, and he passed my guard, and he was trying to show me up, and I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And I catch him with this, and I tap him out, and then he got so mad he left and he never came back. Like, I got submitted from the bottom, I'm so embarrassed. So, if you want to give the top guy a face-saving exit, these are not the submissions you want to catch him with. I'm going to reach this arm under his body. You'll have to focus on his feet here, because what I'm trying to do is grab a foot. Now, I could get an ankle lock here, a little toe hold and twist, and a lot of people, or you can even turn it into a sweep and just bring the guy over. But if you catch the guy with that once, they're going to start getting wise to it. And a lot of people instinctively, when they start messing with this foot, here, Tien, kick this foot away. T. Like kick out, right? So I grab it, kick away. They'll kick away. But when they kick away, that starts giving you space to re-guard. So let's do that again. So this one I actually kind of like, because maybe you'll catch a couple people with it, but more importantly, it can help you improve your position. So I'm trying to footlock him, and Tien is pulling the foot away. Here, pull it away, kick it. Right, so he kicks it away, which gives me some space to re-guard. Okay, let's do that one more time on the other side. Again, I'm right here, I reach between the leg, I grab this foot, I start pulling, he kicks that out, and that gives me the space I need to get this leg in between. Okay, so another goofy submission. That one I think is actually more practical than the others, because it can lead to positional improvement. We're on backmount, and there are a couple of submissions you can pull off here. A lot of you know this one. If this guy locks his feet here, there's this goofy looking leg lock where you can triangle your legs over the top, drive your hips up, and break them. If you want to see this in action, my friend Daniel Grass did this in a professional fight. His opponent took the back, got overeager to try to finish the choke. Buddy made the mistake of locking legs, and Daniel, shout out to Daniel Grass, broke the dude's ankles with this submission. So it's a goofy looking one, but the consequences are dire. You can break both ankles. So one more time, if the back guy is crossing his feet, one leg over the top of his feet or his ankles, and drive your hips up until all the soft and hard stuff starts bending into each other on these feet right here, because your hips are stronger than his feet. But you'll notice I've got my hands up here like I'm taking a little nap, or at least pretending to. Not yet, because what I want to do is trap one of these arms. So I'm making this little wedge right here to keep him from getting to my neck, and also to allow me to trap one of his hands. So I've got a 2-on-1 baseball grip right here, and I'm going to bring this across here. Now, I'm going to armbar him. You okay? Yeah, across my neck. So you can amplify the pressure a little bit by rotating the wrist and applying as much torque as you need. All right, so one more time, either side, get your defense up there, right? Separate his hands, bring it over here, and use your neck as the fulcrum, or your shoulder as the fulcrum. It's a pretty low percentage one, but it's worth a try. It's better than getting choked. That being said, if somebody does have your back and you're wondering how to get out, here's a really quick tip. One, keep something up here, like Dracula hands are a good idea. Why? Here, grab my neck, because I can stop his hands. The sleeping pillow hands are a good idea. Why? Grab my neck, because I can start hand fighting here. Choking yourself first before he can get to you is not a terrible idea, because now I can grab his hands before he can get to me. But more important than any of that hand fighting is changing the position of your shoulders and your hips. So I'm going to slide down here. Why is this important? Well, it's a whole lot easier to escape from here with my head, my shoulders, and my hips lower than his than it is when we're even. So I'm going to roll over, pin his leg with my body weight, block this leg with some frames for my arms so he doesn't. Just climb over into full mount. And I'm going to shimmy my way out, put my weight on him, and then move over into side control. Here, let's do that again. Here, take my back. Now, there are a bunch of ways to get out of back mount, but I like this one because it's based on principles rather than teaching a specific technique. And the principle is 1, change the position of your head, hips, and shoulders. 2, pin something. 3, make some frames. 4, keep your weight on the guy. And 5, smoosh him. One last time. So you notice right here, go ahead and grab something. Maybe even, here, get your head and arm, right? And get that tight. So now I'm wearing like a backpack. His head is at the same level as mine. He's very dangerous here. So I'll get down a little lower. Right, he's not crossing his feet, so we can't get that goofy submission. And what if I don't have this frame? If I don't, Tim, can you climb into full mount? Climb on top. Get on top. Get on top. Yeah, get on top. Yeah, he can totally get on top. Now let's go back. And fixing that one very simple mistake. Right, I get down here, I pin the side, I make some frames. Tim, can you get on top? Oh. Now he can't. Why? Because this arm is here. But as soon as I take it away, get on top. Boom. Right? It's that important to make frames. What are frames? It's just bones. Bones blocking the way so the guy can't go where he wants to go. All right, one last time to completion. And then right here, he's not he is crossing the feet. Maybe he uncrosses the feet, right? So I'll check that first. Okay, maybe he's not crossing the feet. Maybe I'll check this. Maybe he's fighting that submission. Whatever, we'll abandon trying to submit him, and we'll just work on improving our position. Make this frame, get the hips out, keep my weight on him, and move over on top. So, all right, guys. Those are 6 submissions you can do from inferior positions, and a few very common sense principles to get out of one of those bad places. Thank you for watching. Now get out there and train.